Welcome to this edition of Bulldog Bytes, where you learn about EdTech tools one bite at a time. Today we'll be exploring two of the most versatile tools on the Promethean ActivPanel, the Whiteboard and Annotation tools. Whether you're teaching kindergarten or leading a college seminar, these tools can elevate your classroom productivity and engagement. Today's episode walks through these tools using an ActivPanel version 7 or newer. So before we get started, let's take a look at which ActivPanel platform this is. You will notice that the control buttons for this particular panel are located in the center. Now, to open up the Whiteboard app, you will need to first reveal the unified menu. So if you select the wide arrow and open up the unified menu, you can locate and open the whiteboard. ActivPanel Whiteboard tool functions like a traditional whiteboard, but with all the benefits of digital interactivity. It allows you to draw and write and interact with students in real time. You can even save your notes for future use or to distribute them digitally to your students. Now, one of the best features is, unlike a physical board, there is no limit to the space. You can just keep scrolling to create more space as needed. So let's take a closer look at the whiteboard toolbar. Now, the area where you'll spend most of your time is where there is a pen, a highlighter, the various colors that you can change both of those to. Don't worry, you have a lot of other options to select from. If you select the artist palette, there are thousands. And of course, we'll want to erase periodically, so this single eraser will turn whatever you are utilizing to write with, whether that's your hand or the pen, it will turn it into an eraser, or you can use the eraser that came with the panel. If you use the eraser that is attached to the rectangle, then it will erase the entire board. Now let's say that you have filled up the entire board with notes and you need additional space. If you click the arrow, it will allow you to interact with the whiteboard, whether that is to zoom in, zoom out, or to scroll up for additional paper space. You can save by selecting the save disk. And you can even divide this up where two students have their own tools. So just as is, I could have numerous students up writing because it is a multi-touch surface. But if you select this button, it will actually split the screen and each person has their own controls. So if one wants to erase or change colors, they have total control of their side of the screen. You can also change the background where maybe you want a different color or you would like lines, maybe grids, then you can do that here. Underneath, you will find what you would assume is insert pictures, and you are correct, but click that button even when you're not wanting to insert pictures, just to see what is already built in. There are a variety of templates such as compare and contrast, some other features that you might want to use. Now let's hop back down at the bottom. That is another area for you to explore. And you can probably tell that there are rulers there. So if you wanted to select that, you will find additional rulers that are built in. A nice feature with this particular piece is the fact that you can draw a straight line, because if you're using your pen and you have a ruler up, put your pen close to the ruler and draw, and it will attach and make sure it's nice and straight. And then underneath that is our redo and undo buttons, which are probably some of our favorites, no matter what tool we're using. You will notice that the unified menu is available at any time. So if you select that again, you can now select the annotation tool. And this feature allows you to write or draw directly on any displayed screen. Okay, that's whether it is a website, a video, a photograph, or a document. Just imagine if you had saran wrap over the top of whatever you had displayed, and you're able to write all over it and erase if you would like to. Do you typically annotate documents using maybe a document cam? You can use this tool instead, this built-in annotation tool. So let's take a look. When you open the annotation tool, you will notice many of the items that are very similar to the Whiteboard app that we were using. Now, one thing I wanted to mention is you'll see your 6 buttons, your little hot dog there. You can use that to move it anywhere on the screen. So that toolbar can be located wherever you would like it to be placed. So our first up is our pen marker, then our highlighter, variety of colors. We still have our single eraser, and this time instead of the rectangle with the eraser, we just have a trash button where you can just throw it away. Maybe you have written on a document, but you want to hide those annotations. That's what this next button is for. Or maybe you want to save, and so you want to take a picture of the document with the annotations. That is this next piece. And then, of course, we have our undo and redo buttons and how we can exit out of the app. Thanks for joining us for this Bulldog Bite on the ActivPanel whiteboard and annotation tools. I hope you'll stop by Ellery and let us know what you think about these tools. They make teaching interactive, engaging, and seamless, whether you're in K-12 or higher education settings. See you next time.